Now, Hamas is set to release 3 Israeli hostages from Gaza today, including one that has been held by the militant Palestinian group Islamic Jihad. 3 Israeli men, all dual nationals, were abducted from the same kibbutz community during Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack. Israel said it has received the names of 3 hostages to be freed by the Palestinians after a crisis in the ceasefire deal threatened to plunge Gaza back into the war. The hostages due for release are Israeli-American Saguy Dekulchin, Israeli-Russian Sasha Trupanov, and Israeli-Argentinian Yair Horn. The video of one of these captives, that's Sasha Trupanov, has been released by Palestinian Islamic Jihad militant group. In the video, the hostage is being shown fishing and walking on the coast of the Gaza Strip. He is also seen writing a note apparently thanking his captors, something Hamas and Islamic Jihad have forced hostages to do before releasing them. 16 Israeli hostages have been freed so far under the truce deal in exchange for Palestinians in Israeli custody. The hostage prisoner exchange scheduled today would be the 6th swap. Israel will free 369 Palestinian inmates in the 6th exchange of prisoners for hostages. A total of 36 prisoners serving life sentences are expected to be released. 24 of them will be deported. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump said that he would take a hard stance on Gaza, for which he has proposed a U.S. takeover.
I would take a different stance, but it depends. Look, it depends what Bibi's going to do. It depends what Israel's going to do. But and now I understand they've totally changed. Hamas has totally changed. They want to release hostages now again. But you have to see, this started by them saying, we're not going to release the hostages as we said we were. I said, good. You have till 12 o'clock on Saturday, which is tomorrow at 12 o'clock to do it. And we didn't hear anything. Then all of a sudden, 2 days ago, they said, no, we've decided we're going to release the hostages. So.
Furthermore, Hamas expects indirect negotiations with Israel for the second phase of an ongoing truce in Gaza to begin early next week. An official of the Palestinian militant group said mediators are continuing discussions on this matter, while another source familiar with the talks said mediators informed Hamas that they hope to start the second phase of negotiations next week in Doha. Now, under the terms of the first phase of the ceasefire agreement brokered by Qatar, Egypt and the United States, which came into effect on the 19th of January, negotiations for the second phase were due to start on the 3rd of February. In West Bank, Israel's weeks-long raid has displaced thousands of Palestinians and caused widespread destruction to critical infrastructure. According to the United Nations, Israeli forces have killed at least 44 Palestinians, including 5 children and 2 women, in Jenin, Tulkarem and Tubas regions since the start of the offensive on the 21st of January. The raid, which according to Israel aims to dismantle terrorist infrastructure, has targeted 4 Palestinian refugee camps in the region. In other developments, a UN peacekeeping force vehicle in Lebanon was torched on Friday as supporters of militant group Hezbollah blocked the road to Beirut airport in protest, with UNIFIL reporting 1 commander wounded in the incident. Hezbollah supporters blocked the road to the country's only airport for 2 consecutive nights over a decision barring 2 Iranian planes from landing in the Lebanese capital. The Lebanese army pledged to take firm action against those behind the torching of the vehicle, which according to the force wounded its outgoing deputy commander. The United Nations interim force in Lebanon demanded a full and immediate investigation by the Lebanese authorities. That being said, these are the live visuals which are coming in from Gaza, where both Israel and Hamas are expected to release hostages in return for Palestinian detainees and prisoners. You can see large crowds gathered here in Khan Yunis. These are the images amidst the destruction and the rubble. Crowds gathered here with security personnel for the exchange of hostages and prisoners. This, as you know, comes after Donald Trump's ultimatum that this had to be seen through by Saturday noon. Today we're expecting 3 Israeli dual nationals to be exchanged in return for 369 Palestinian prisoners. You can see all of the people gathered here in Khan Yunis amidst the destruction and the rubble. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.